between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Down. 8, read.
Number 53.
80 weapons.
No game on this defense. No game. Undercrush. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I'm going to run you over.
Ready?
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
We go.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And he's got Hireman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
6-6. Pull it out.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Throwing his car on third down, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing it out for Hamilton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Second and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill.
General West.
Watch twins. Watch the twins.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Go now.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
Under 10, 10, 61, matchbox lights.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now it's Lindsey. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Let him know, let him know. Alert flare, alert.
Protein spill.
Here's a second and 7. Airing it out for Hamilton. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Carr. He's got it to Williams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Drop deep, drop deep.
X3, 218, chopper.
Raider 1. Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, D.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get ready.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Carr's throw here caught by Williams. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Carr completes it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. To throw is Carr. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's Grant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Easy. Kill.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Carr now to throw. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Raiders have got him. Coming in to sack him, Dominique Easley. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He'll look to throw. Airing it out for... It got his man complete. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Grant. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go back to Grant. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a give right side. It's Grant. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
What's left? Pick it up.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll take this up past the 20. Down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
General West.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
53 to Mike. 53.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out for Hamilton. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Know your job.
On second and 11 now. Carr. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Corey Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Carr to throw. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Check three.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 30 big ones. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
6-6, pull it high.
2nd and 13. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Nick Perry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Topper!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the screen. Say.
Now Carr. Pass incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Later 9.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Express.
Switch.
Smooth.
On 3rd down, Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
First down, Denver.
They'll set up to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Check. 53.
Quickstone, travel.
53. So we got man. Slam. Let's go.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and now it's 2nd down.
50, plant.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Open man is Winfrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26.
Look at me. Go on. Go on. Five.
He'll look to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Hey, orbit. Yo, go. Hit it.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for two and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the one and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
Now.
47.
180. We're good.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12.
Tighten up.
Check 50.
Check.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Switch.
Now. Hey, seam 6.
Here we go.
Seam dribble.
Back to throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
To Deshaun Hamilton. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Broncos.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill, kill, kill.
61, matchbox, lights. Hey, exit. Go, just get it.
They'll drop the throw. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Oakland, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.